Let's join in prayer. As we gather together this evening, gracious God, we take time to acknowledge your presence with us. You've been with us through this day in ways we often are unaware. And you are with us here as we gather in this meeting of the City Commission. We pray, O God, that they might know your presence, that as they listen to the comments of members of the community, as they discuss things among themselves and get input from the various different city departments, that all might come together and be used as they make decisions that are good, decisions that will provide for the best for people in the community. As we gather, we are aware of so much else in the world. We think of those who have been impacted by the fires in the West, by those impacted by the hurricane on the Gulf Coast today, and with threats of even more on the way. So care for them and care for us also through this time. Always we ask, in the name of the one that came not to serve, not to be served, but to serve. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any changes to the agenda?
We do have one amendment from when the agenda was originally published earlier this week, and that is to add at the end of the action items, we need to add a Concordia revolving loan fund disaster relief grant for Taco John's. And that's listed on the agenda. That it did get updated on the publication, but it wasn't updated with the initial publication.
Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
I so move.
I have a motion from Christy. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Marcia. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. The motion carries. Public comments. This is the time where citizens are encouraged to speak publicly. We request that you state your name and address, speak respectfully, and limit your comments to 3 minutes. Hi, Monty.
Hello, I'm Monty Wentz, president of the Brown Grand Board of Directors. I was just going to give you a little update on our seating project. Our fundraising, we met our goal. The seats have been ordered and actually are being installed this week. The floors were painted, the proscenium arch has been repaired, including the light that hasn't worked for over 20 years. Fortunately, we were using some really good local contractors, and some of their bid or projects came in under bid, which allowed us to use other local contractors to do some more painting and stuff in the theater. The seats should be finished being installed by the end of this week, and then the cushions for the third floor were supposed to be in this week, but they lost the fabric in shipping. So we are hopeful that they should be here the week of our open house, which is now October 4th. We're going to have a come and go just reception because of COVID, we canceled the concert that was scheduled for this weekend. This little update. Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Did you tell them that the lost fabric was a material concern? Thank you very much, Monty.
Need a replacement for your entertainment.
KDOT AAA award.
Mr. Mayor, City Council,
My name is Bob Hamilton. And before anybody asks, I'm not the fool that ran for the United States Senate.
Okay.
I'm a retired law enforcement officer myself for 33 years. Matter of fact, my first 2.5 years was spent here in Concordia, the Cloud County Sheriff's Office. I was just talking to the chief. I was over here reminiscing at the old sheriff's office today, just looking around the courthouse and things. We work with AAA insurance, and I'm what's called a law enforcement liaison. And our job, there's 4 of us. We're all retired law enforcement officers. There's 3 of us that are from police departments and the sheriff's office, and then we have one that really wanted to be a cop. He was a retired state trooper, so we deal with him. We check with agencies across our state to see which ones we feel deserve these traffic safety awards, and then we present our feelings to AAA insurance, and then they send us an application that we send out to the agencies. Your police office, our police department is one of 38 in the state of Kansas that's receiving this award this year. And they're receiving the gold award. We have 4 phases. We have the platinum, which is the top award, the gold, the silver, and then the bronze. So your agency's starting out pretty close to the top to start with. So see if you're going to have to work to get it on up. Some of the things that they've done to receive this award is enforcing a policy requiring all department employees to wear a seatbelt, which may sound funny to you because it's a state law, but we still have a large number of people in our state that are not wearing seatbelts. Matter of fact, I got the adult percentage yesterday, and we're at 85% in Kansas, but we can do a lot better. They work with the school district up here with a program called Safe Seatbelts for Everyone. It's for high schools. And right now, our high school kids across the state are our highest percentage. They're up to like 93% in the state. So we've got a good group of kids that are coming up that hopefully will get us there. And the scary thing is traffic was pretty much null for 3 months. And I seen Monday, we're 5.1% higher than we were at this time last year for fatalities. So we got some work to do because I'm afraid this is going to be a record year. It's not going to be a good record year for us. They participated in Click It or Ticket. You drink, you drive, you lose, which just ended. And through education, highlighted the importance of seatbelt use to the middle school and the high school. So at this time, I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor, and the council for backing the chief and his department, because without your support, he can't do that here what he wants to do to keep your citizens safe. And I got to applaud law enforcement right now because I know probably not here, but a lot of our brothers and sisters in law enforcement are going through some hard times right now in other states and cities. So I got to really applaud these guys that they're sticking with it. I hate to hear that the chief's losing one of his top men, but he's going to a better place than he's the sheriff out here in January. So at this time, I'd like to present Chief with the gold award.
Rick, you guys want to do that one more time? We didn't have it going up fast enough to get a picture.
Start from the beginning. You got to give the whole.
I'm not the idiot that runs for Senate.
Do the handoff here one more time. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sorry. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Public hearing is now open for the application for community block grant development or block development grant. Are there any public comments? Public comments. The hearing is now closed. North Central Regional Planning Commission Administration Agreement. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Emily Benedict. I'm the Executive Director at North Central Regional Planning, and I'm here on behalf of Keegan Bailey in our office. She had a baby on Friday, so she's actually the one that would administer this grant and has been working on it, so I can't take any credit, but she's been working closely with Bruno to gather the necessary information to apply for grant funding to do demolition of dilapidated houses. There's 10 houses and 3 sheds that are slated to be demolished if the grant funds are awarded. So basically, tonight we are just signing some of the paperwork that's required for the application. The first thing, as you said, is our administration agreement to administer the grant. And then the next agreement that you'll talk about is going to be for inspection services. The Planning Commission has inspectors on staff that a lot of times typically do the required asbestos inspections of all the structures, and then the before and after demolition inspections too, just to make sure everything's safe for demolition and then everything's sort of sealed up and safe once demolition's over. So those are what those 2 agreements are for, and they're both contingent on the award, the grant being awarded. I guess the only piece that isn't is this is different from the sewer project that was applied for last year. We do have a $500 application fee that we're requesting that would help with that part of the work. If you're awarded, we don't charge that $500, it's sort of just taken away. If you decide to apply again next year, it carries over, we don't charge awarded ones. So that's the one thing that would be not contingent on the grant award, I guess. Any questions on that?
No questions? Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Do I have a motion to approve the North Central Regional Planning Commission Administration Agreement and the Inspection Services Agreement? Have a motion from Chuck.
Second.
Second from Keaton. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution 2020-2106, certifying legal authority to apply for CDBG program.
I move to apply, to approve resolution 2020-2106.
Motion from Christie. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Chuck. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution 2020-2107, assuring KDOC of guaranteed funds for the Community Development Block Grant.
I move to approve resolution 2020-2107.
Have a motion from Marcia.
Second.
Second from Keaton. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
If I can just make a quick clarification here, the administrative agreement and the inspection services agreement are 2 separate agreements that need to be signed?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Okay, we probably should have done those separately, but as long as we can put on the record that, I guess we need to clarify, is everyone okay with both the administrative agreement and the inspection services agreement being agreed to?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
The one other thing I was just going to mention real quick, just for your reference, is the application will go in before October 30th, but that's the deadline, and then the award will be made usually in mid-January.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate all that y'all do over there.
On sale bids for wastewater treatment plant improvements.
We're doing the same thing, or we're gonna have to have Dustin talk. All right. Dustin, you are on.
Hey everyone, I hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate being able to dial in this evening and share some great results from the sale today. As we discussed already a month ago, We were expecting at the time a 2.08% interest rate based upon interest rates and trends here about a month ago. The bids today came in very, very good. And in fact, probably more bids than we've seen here in some time, and really more than typical. Typically, we see anywhere between 3 and 5 bids on bonds. And we got 9 bids today, which is really, really good. What's even more impressive is all 9 bids were below the 2.08% that we shared with the commission last month. And in fact, the winning bidder was First Bankers Bank Securities. And their bid provides the city an interest rate over 20 years at a 1.61%. So really incredible results from an interest rate perspective. And if you look at, there's a bid tabulation form that you may have in your packet or in front of you that kind of outlines and summarizes all 9 bids received. What's most interesting too is really within the first 5 bids are within a 0.05% of each other. So again, it shows you the competitiveness of the bid results, and certainly incredible results for the city in financing this project over a 20-year period. I do want to point out one thing too, and we talked about this briefly a month ago, was we went through the bond rating process. And I just do want to say congratulations to the city and Amy and Amber's work on this, but the city was assigned an A+ rating, which is a very good rating and compares very favorably to cities of comparable size in Kansas. And really what's most notable in the report, the rating report, is that rating is really reflective off of the city's policies and procedures, financial practices, and budgetary practices too. So staff and commission deserve a lot of credit on securing a rating of an A+ from Standard & Poor's. So congratulations on that. Really the 3 items on the agenda before you are all related to this bond sale. I think the first action item is related to just awarding the bonds. And so certainly with the results of today's sale, we would suggest and recommend to the commission that you award those bonds to First Bankers Bank of Securities. And then the next 2 items are the ordinance and the resolution, which are adopted and describe all the details of the financing and the bonds, the maturity dates, the interest rates, the principal payments, etc. So I will stop there and be glad to answer any questions as you review those items.
Any questions, discussion? I want to thank everyone for their part in getting us to the point where we get an A+ rating. Great job, everybody. It speaks very well, and the interest rate is extremely nice. Any comments?
I would move that the bid be accepted and that the mayor and clerk be authorized and directed to execute the bid form selling the bonds to First Bankers Bank Securities Incorporated on the basis of the bid and the terms specified in the notice of bond sale.
Second.
I have a motion from Chuck, a second from Marcia. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We should go back to the market and see if we can do better. Yeah. Probably good. Ordinance 2020-3165, issuance of general obligation bonds for wastewater treatment plant improvements.
I move to approve ordinance 2020-3165.
A motion from Keaton. Do I?
Second.
Second from Christie. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution 2020-2108, authorizing sale of general obligation bonds for wastewater treatment plant improvements.
I move to approve resolution 2020-2108.
Second.
I have a motion from Christie, a second from Keaton. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay. Thanks, Dustin.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone. Have a nice evening.
Yep, take care. Minutes from the September 2nd, 2020 meeting.
See anything out of place? I would move to approve the minutes from September 2nd, 2020.
A motion from Chuck,
Second.
second from Marcia. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Appropriation ordinance number 17.
I move to approve the appropriation ordinance number 17.
There's a motion from Marcia. A second.
Second.
Second from Keaton. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Resolution 2020-2109, public hearing for 1909 Lincoln.
Mayor and Commissioners, the resolution for you is to start the condemnation process on the recently fire damage going on at 1909 Lincoln. And so you have to find that and say, so we want to get the process started as quickly as possible. So it's a highly visible spot. We anticipate getting some insurance holdings on that, but I've been contacted by one insurance company, but we're hopefully to get that going. And this will set the public hearing date for 30 days after the next two publications. So get that process started.
Yeah, thanks for getting right on that. It is highly visible
Yeah.
and dangerous.
I'd move to approve resolution 2020-21 or 2109.
A motion from Keaton,
Second.
second from Christie. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Memorandum of MOA for acceptance. What's that?
Memorandum of agreement.
Yeah. For acceptance of coronavirus relief fund.
Mayor and Commissioners, we've talked a lot about how the rules of the game keep changing throughout this economic recovery phase of the coronavirus, and this is another example of it. Our county is doing a really good job trying to adhere to what the federal and state requirements are, and most recently, federal and state requirements are now that counties enter into memorandums of agreement with the local entities to which they award some of the money that they got. So this is very similar to the MOU that you signed back in early August, but it has a little bit more specific language about how the money can be used, the retention of items that you purchase, the maintenance of items that you purchase, that sort of thing. But in functionality, it's really no different than what we had already approved in August. But they do ask for the specific document to be signed by you. The county will then execute it on Monday, and then we will give a copy back for our records. So yes, tonight you go ahead and approve that.
Okay.
I would move to approve the MOA between the city of Concordia and Cloud County to accept coronavirus relief funds and authorize the mayor to sign the MOA.
A motion from Keaton,
Second.
second from Marcia. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Taco John's revolving loan fund disaster relief grant. Welcome back from Glasgow.
Thanks. They told it to me, I said, just as long as I get out of here in time to get to Aurora, we're
Yeah.
gonna be good. So, and we're doing smashingly on time, so we're okay. Tonight, I'm here just to visit with you about another disaster relief grant that we have received that has been completed, and this Finance Committee would like to bring forth for approval. They have vetted it through strongly and feel like it is definitely unanimously by them to approve this. This is for Concordia Hospitality, which is doing business as Taco John's. Taco John's came under new ownership came under new ownership with a company that is now known as Concordia Hospitality. In, I think, the middle, a week before all of COVID hit, they finalized the contract and came under new management. And then COVID happened, and it has completely put them in a pickle, as a lot of our businesses, and especially our service industry with restaurants. And in just visiting with them, they have seen a definite decline. Obviously, they had to be closed for a little bit. And then when they opened back up and it was drive-through only and people were still trying to figure out if it was safe enough to do that or not. And although they have opened their dining room, they still have not seen the foot traffic back in like it was before. And I think all restaurants have been seeing the same with the foot traffic, just not there. And so their revenues have declined. They have submitted approved and qualified invoices and receipts. They have already submitted $25,000 worth. So this will not be an up to 25,000 because they've submitted well over the 25. That is qualified just between supplies, maintenance on some of their equipment that they had with also the mortgage on the building and different things like that. Funding this grant will allow them to retain positions. They right now have 13 full-time employment equivalencies, which is pretty big. They're a really nice employer. And of those, 83% are low to moderate income level families. So I would come forward tonight to ask you to approve a $25,000 grant to Concordia Hospitality doing business as Taco John's.
I would move to approve the grant of $25,000 for Concordia Hospitality DBA Taco John's.
A motion from Chuck,
Second.
second from Keaton. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Get to sign.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
Thank you. And as of now, I have one other business that I'm working with, but to kind of piggyback off of Amy's MOA that you all approved tonight, we will be administering some spark funding the county has asked Cloudport to do. So we'll have about $250,000 for grants for businesses in the county. The great thing about these grants is it does not take into an account below the moderate income level. So right now, there are 9 different businesses that have already contacted me in hopefully getting the application. And I hope to have that finalized with the spark subcommittee here on Friday to have it ready to go out next week. So hopefully we can get some more relief and you all won't have to worry about that one. Okay?
All righty.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Manager's report.
Just wanted to thank everybody for coming out to the airport runway. Groundbreaking last Friday. It was really nice weather, nice for the rain to stop and pause for our event. So we really appreciate that. A nice little breeze and a great turnout. So we really appreciate everyone's help to come out and help us celebrate and hope to have an even larger celebration when we open the runway next year.
I'll lead off with the staff reports. Staff reports. Nothing, okay. I want to thank the firefighters and police for doing a great job out at the bowling alley. I know that was a kind of a difficult one, and there's traffic involved and smoke that caused traffic problems, and it's in a kind of a precarious area. And I think everybody did a great job, and I really appreciate what everybody's working together on that. So kudos to the staff and reacting well. Also, I had it down in my notes here to I really want to commend, and Monty's not here now, but I really want to commend Monty Wentz, and of course he has other people on the board and stuff, but I know Monty has done a lot of work, and it was a great accomplishment in what he's gotten done to get those seats in there and get all those things done without the city having to fund it. And he worked very hard to go out and get the dollars to get that done. So I really really appreciate what Monty's done, and just want to go on the record saying that. So, Keith?
I don't have anything this evening.
I have opportunity to see what's going on up at the cemetery. And one of my friends that I walk with actually said, you know, they've done a really good job this year keeping that tree cut. And that's been my observation as well. So it's nice to know that people are noticing that.
Thanks.
You know, I was going to say something really kind of what you said, Mark. I think when I think about the investment, that time and effort that Monty's put in, not only with the Brown Grant, but with his own businesses as well. I grew up familiar with contracting, and it's really hard to get into a building like the old City Hall, the building, Toby's Mansion. I mean, you really, it's more of a labor of love. There's really almost no ROI on those kind of investments, just how hungry those buildings are. And I think about, you know, the benefit that adds to Concordia and how fortunate we are to have someone that has the appreciation for architecture and history like that. So I'm really excited to see the Brown Grant. I've watched some of what the contractors have done and seen some pictures. It's going to be even more sharp than it was before. It's a gem. So glad we have it. Thank you for watching.
I want to commend the police department for their award. I think that says a lot for our community and responding with all the trouble that's going on now in other parts of the country. So I appreciate that.
You know, the other day on the highway, and you do a lot of thinking when you're doing when you're driving, and I think it's really good if people can just take it once a week or once a day and think about what they're proud of about Concordia, and how we all work together, the police, the fire, the city, the citizens, the county. There's been a lot thrown at us this past year, and looking at the things that we're getting done, and you know, the airport and the hospital, and our projects that we have, and worked through a lot of things to make it possible for the wastewater treatment plant and for the alley downtown, and just, and I don't mean to leave anything out, but we're really a great example, and some outsiders, people that come into Concordia, and you know, being at the airport the other day and have, whether there's a United States senator or a local representative, or whether they're from the aviation area, when you have people come up to you and say, you know, you've really got it together, you've got good people, you work together, you're a great example of how a community should come together, and I don't think they're just blowing smoke, and it's just a great thing to hear. So I think you know, really appreciating the things that we're thankful for in Concordia is a good thing, of course. I appreciate what everybody in this room does, the commissioners, the press, the staff. It's a great job. Thank you. We have an executive session, attorney-client privilege. I'd ask for a motion.
I move that the city commission recess into executive session for consultation with an attorney for information privilege and attorney-client relationship exception, KSA 754319B2, with Amy Lang, Justin Farrell, Eric Voss, Rick Frederickson in attendance, and to reconvene in the city commission chamber at 6:20 p.m.
Second.
I have a motion from Chuck, a second from Christie. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Action was taken. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I so move.
A motion from Christie, second. Second from Keith. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Meeting adjourned.